In the build up to London, what was your longest long run?
So I did a 24 down here.
Okay.
So that was kind of pretty similar to this.
Yep.
So I was like using that to practice fueling, and one of my training partners was on the bike handing me drinks.
Yeah.
So that was kind of 5:15 pace.
Okay.
And then I think my longest session was came down here and did a 6:54.32 mile, off a mile steady, and that was pretty similar in terms of 24 miles, and I think that was kind of 5:04 or something average. So
It's moving.
Yeah, that's
Pretty close to, it's gold marathon pace, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't far off. She's not as well trained yet, she's quite young still.
Okay. Hey Phil, thanks a lot for having me out here in York.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this. We've had a bunch of people ask if I can come out to your way and film a run. So we're doing a long run, but let's first hear about where you're currently at in training, what's coming up, and maybe what's also happening today.
So yeah, currently 4 weeks out from Valencia, 10k.
Yep.
So giving that a go on January 9th. So kind of since the marathon, built back in some training, had a bit of a plantar fasciitis issue, which has resolved now, just through kind of lots of loading, but haven't really been able to do much quicker than kind of tempo work. So now the kind of idea in December is to kind of really turn the legs over and almost get back towards kind of that 5k kind of pace work and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which isn't what we're doing today. Today is going to be a nice steady 18-mile run.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be turning around here.
Yeah, and here are the dogs.
Yeah.
That everyone knows about.
Yeah. Ollie, let's go. Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yeah, doing 18 miles steady today.
Yep.
Any
pace prescribed? You mentioned in the text to me beforehand that it's sort of going to be maybe a little bit relaxed on the pace, see how you feel.
Yeah.
Fenzi's joining as well.
Yeah, so probably around 5:25 average, somewhere around there.
Yep.
Probably won't be a big pickup.
Okay.
Probably keep it relatively steady throughout, and just kind of, I guess from a physiological point of view, you're probably looking at kind of that first lactate threshold around there.
Yep.
Maybe ever so slightly quicker than that.
Yep.
But it's a great place to run down here. So on the York Selby cycle path, and it's flat.
Yeah.
It's tarmac.
Beautiful morning for it too.
Yeah.
Bit cold, but no wind.
Yeah.
So Brits will know who you are because you were the first Brit at the London Marathon and 7th overall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess the thing that maybe some people overseas might not know is that you're also a full-time doctor. Full-time?
Part-time.
Part-time. Part-time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
still
important.
a doctor. And I was very curious to know how you manage the work with the training, but I guess the part-time nature would make it a little easier.
Yeah.
But so how much are you working while you're training for these events?
So work around 2 shifts a week.
Okay.
Fortunately, since June, I've been like bank working, so pick and choose my shifts, really flexible, and it means I'm not progressing in my career in a way, but it's great for the training, and it means I can kind of balance both, keep a toe in medicine while focusing on the running while I'm still young and got that capability.
Yep.
So yeah, it was a bit harder before with kind of the shift work and night work and being on a rota, but now I've got the opportunity to kind of pick and choose and go on training camps and do that kind of thing, which is the plan now.
And so who's joining you on the run today?
So got 2 of my training partners.
Yep.
Got Fintan. He's an Irish 1500 metre runner.
Yep.
So he'll probably go to about 12 miles.
Yep.
And then I've got Linton Taylor, who's
behind us now, I think.
He's behind us,
yeah.
and he's a good road 5k guy and a cross-country specialist, so
Yep.
he might be debuting in the marathon
Ooh.
in April. So
Okay.
he's this is kind of good work for him as well.
Yeah, perfect.
I could probably do this session, but I've done this with her before, and she's kind of had a bit of a core issue just with the tarmac for so long.
Yeah, okay. And you were saying off camera before when I had to stop filming because my hands were so cold that you did a lot of your marathon build-up along this strip, along this path.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
perfect. We've got about 5.5 miles of just straight tarmac and it's sheltered, and
Yeah.
so I'd pretty much be over here at least once a week for a session.
Yep.
Most of my harder long runs would be along here, or even the steady ones.
Yep.
And then I'd be on the track like once a week as well.
Yep.
And that's kind of how we did it.
Okay. And we missed you before actually because I think you're a bit far back, but thanks for joining in on the video.
It's alright.
Yeah, have you been doing a bit of training with Phil?
Yeah, mostly. Well, we only live half a mile apart, so
Okay.
most of our easy mileage is together on the trail
Yeah, okay.
with the dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
And then not done too many sessions together recently, actually. But
Yeah.
um,
Linton raced at
More-
the
getting more
cross-country
into
trials for the Europeans, and yeah, I haven't been racing, so we haven't been doing loads.
Okay.
We've done a few sessions, a few tempos, and
yeah, well, last time here was 14, I think. Is
Yeah.
that what we did?
yeah,
A few weeks ago.
yeah, but we had a pick up that time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this time we went, yeah.
Okay.
And we also kind of did that,
Yeah.
and Linton might do the marathon in April as well. So
There you go. What's the...
Unconfirmed.
Okay, that'll be debut, or
Sorry.
that'll be your first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so doing these sort of sessions, like getting going a bit faster for sort of 15 plus miles, like dipping my toe in the water a bit,
Yeah.
seeing how I get used to that.
Yeah,
And I think that's always been like a bit of my strength, really, just running further.
yeah,
So
sure.
looking at Manchester maybe,
Yeah, okay.
we'll see.
And we were saying before that this year's an interesting year for the UK athletes in that there's the World Champs, the Commonwealth Games and European Champs,
yeah,
all pretty close to each other, so there may be an opportunity for 9 marathon runners to all make those teams potentially, or
yeah, if not more. I think there's 5 at the Europeans.
5 in the marathon.
5 in the marathon because
Wow.
it's a marathon team champs.
Okay.
3 at the World Champs, obviously, so that's 8, and then 3 Scots, 3 Northern Irish, 3
Oh, yeah.
Welsh, 3
Oh,
English.
of
It's
course.
maximum.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think because of team sizes, they won't take that many in the marathon, and
Yeah, okay.
that's going to be the only. I think the marathons, the Commonwealth team's probably going to be the hardest to make, just because team sizes means they're not going to pick you unless they think you're a medal prospect. And,
Yeah.
I think Johnny Mellor had run 2:10 last time and they didn't pick him, so yeah, you just
Yeah.
kind of wonder, but yeah.
So you're definitely hoping to make one of those at least.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
the plan. And but even if I don't, then there's still kind of London is in October next year,
Yeah.
so it's not like it's not a bad worst case scenario kind of thing to still be able to do London and.
Yeah.
Ali.
Alright, so we're changing shoes for the long run.
Yep.
And you're with Adidas. Very recent signing. Very recent.
Yeah, so that's just coming soon. So that's really exciting and a
Yeah.
big change from like the London Marathon and the result from that. So
Yeah, awesome.
yeah, quite excited about that. Kip, get in. Get in. In there. Come on. Stop her getting out.
So people are always curious about the shoes. So which are the shoes that you warmed up in, and then what are you doing the workout in? Oh, the long run in. Sorry.
So I warmed up in the Ultra Boosts.
Yep.
They're quite a good kind of warm up, easy running shoe kind of thing.
Yep.
I haven't got all their shoe range right now, so
Okay.
I couldn't tell you what their best kind of easy running shoe is yet.
Okay.
But I'm getting along fine with them.
Yep.
And then at the moment, yeah, doing kind of my steadier long runs in like a pair of Bostons.
Yep.
Is the plan at the moment.
Okay. And what did you race in at the London Marathon, or did you wear Adidas?
No, so I wore Next Percent there.
Okay.
No, Next Percent 2s.
Yep.
So, and I kind of flipped between kind of Asics and Next Percent for kind of my marathon pace training runs and stuff.
Cool.
Oi! Back into that. Get here. Oi! Jesus. She got in. Get in. Is she in? Alright, just wait. Okay? Just wait. Alright?
And so I've seen, when I was, before coming to this video, I had noticed that you use an altitude tent.
Yeah.
Keen to learn more about that just for a minute before we get started.
Yeah, I'm really lucky. I've been supported by the Altitude Centre, who've sent me a tent and to use and helping with like coaching with it and getting used to it. Yeah. I'm really hoping that helps with kind of acclimatisation before trips to altitude this year. Yeah. Unfortunately, I've been in it for a week. And then I had some dental work done a week ago. Yeah. And to be honest, this last week's been hell. It's been so uncomfortable with my molars and my gums. And that's affected my sleep so much I've had to turn off the altitude tent and not use it essentially, just because there's a little bit of a negative impact on sleep with that, and with the gums as well, I can't compound the two. So hopefully this is starting to clear up, but yeah, we'll see.
And last question for you while I'm filming you while you're getting changed, which must be annoying. What elevation do you set the tent at?
So I think it's at around 2,500 metres. But I'm aiming just kind of 88 to 92% waking oxygen saturations. So that's the aim at the moment. So obviously I only just started getting into it, so that's going to take a little bit of adjusting to make sure we get it right. Okay. But yeah, it seems to be working. So.
People are always curious about gear. What shoes are you wearing for this run?
These are Adizero Bostons, the old ones.
Okay. Yeah.
Carbon free.
Yep.
£17 off eBay, so it's a pretty good deal.
There you go. That's a great deal.
This is their first time out.
Okay. Cool.
Hopefully they're not going to be too low profile to destroy my calves too much.
Hey, go Hey. Close the fucking door. You good?
Yeah.
I'm actually not familiar with this, but are you coached by anyone, or are you?
Yeah, I've got a coach in Leeds, so Andrew Henderson. So he's away this weekend on the European cross country champs. Yep. Okay. So one of his athletes, Alex Bell, is the captain this year, and she's in the relay.
Okay. Cool.
So I've worked with Andy for about it's got to be about 8 years.
Yeah.
Or if not a little bit more.
Okay.
So
awesome.
And we just slowly move through the distances and work together. Another wing and we'll go. Good.
First 8 miles is pretty boring.
We need the Sweat Elite podcast.
So it makes sense.
Just say you could do 2 and 1 and then a tail bar.
Because then you do double.
It's not windy,
isn't it?
We'll just do
It's
it.
not windy, we just do it. You'll be alright. I'll
Alright.
take first half 5:25, 5:30 to start, and then 5:25 average kind of thing.
Yep.
Let's go.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Stupid decision.
Stewart decision not to bring gloves.
Yeah. I just looked at Linton and thought, well, he's not got gloves on. I'll be alright.
It's dead still, so at the car it doesn't feel too cold.
No.
But then once you get going, the
windshield just picks up.
Are you on a single layer? Just a t-shirt as well?
Yeah. I might tuck it in.
No, thank you.
Get a bit of warmth that way.
Come back and get me, yeah.
I heard you saying on the podcast I listened to on the way up that most of your recovery runs are relatively relatively slow in terms of, you know, around that 7-minute mile pace. I mean, not slow, but easy for you, is what I should say. But the long runs, are they typically at around this pace? For 5:30, 5:20?
Yeah, so I'll do something like this every week at least.
Yeah.
Sometimes a bit quicker.
Yeah.
And then I'll still also probably get like a social long run done with the lads as well.
Yeah.
And the dog, and
You wearing Casio again?
that could be kind of 640s to 720s, depending on route and how everyone's feeling. So, but yeah, most of the easy mileages, if I'm on a flat canal, 650s is probably the quickest it'll be.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the runs this week have been, it's so muddy on the trail right now that kind of 755 is the average at the moment.
Yeah.
I think so. But yeah, there's kind of a balance there between kind of training effect and also just enjoyment.
Yeah, of course.
The dogs need exercise, and it's quite nice going out with your mates, jogging around in the woods.
For sure. In the build up to London, what was your longest long run?
So I did the 24 down here.
Okay.
So that was kind of pretty similar to this.
Yep.
So I was like using that to practice fueling, and one of my training partners was on the bike handing me drinks. So that was kind of 5:15 pace.
Okay.
And then I think my longest session was, came down here and did a 6:54.32 mile, off a mile steady.
Okay.
And that was pretty similar in terms of 24 miles, and I think that was kind of 5:04 or something average. So
It's moving.
yeah, that's
Pretty close to, oh, it's gold marathon pace, I guess.
yeah, it wasn't far off. Well, it ended up being pretty much the pace I ran the marathon at, so
Yeah.
I still think there's more in there. It does make you wonder whether the GPS is generous down here, but no, there's no reason why it should be, really.
Yeah, pretty straight.
Yeah.
So you guys are switching leads every half
Every half mile.
Yeah. Generally that's what we do if we have a bigger group as well.
Okay.
We just go like 2 on the front, rotate for every half mile. It's quite good.
Yeah.
Just as a concentration sort of thing, I think, as well.
Yeah, sure. So we were just saying you're off to Kenya next month.
Yeah.
First time for you?
Yeah, it will be. So,
Yeah. How long are you going for?
so we're going to do a month. So kind of the plan with the coach was we really want to. We're at the front side. Is it Martin? Martin? No, So yeah, the plan is Valencia 10k and then go to Kenya for a month and race a half marathon on the way back. So kind of the idea the coach said was, now I'm stepping up to the marathon, and I guess the ultimate goal is trying to make the Paris team, the Olympics. To spend like this next year kind of using altitude and learning what it does for me and when's the best time to use it and where my special days are when I come back down. And so essentially going to try and get away as much as possible. I think the girlfriend's given me a pass on one trip, kind of without the dogs, but the other ones will be in Europe, and I'll probably drive across from my van and take the dogs.
So quick shout out to Angus, you guys have watched some of his videos.
Yeah, the Kenya
like 'em?
ones. Yeah, love it. It's good, like they're listening to the coaches at the start and the reason for the session. And, yeah, at the shelter, yeah. At the shelter. Luke?
that far, 25?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Do you log your training on Strava or anywhere?
Phil does.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
old school, got spreadsheets going back 10 years.
There you go. Okay. People can find you on Strava though, Phil?
Yeah. So everything's on Strava,
Yeah, cool.
other than gym work.
Yeah.
And then a little bit on Instagram as well. And then with my coach, it's all on Training Peaks.
Okay.
When you push on that.
Yeah. So, oh, it's so much nicer now warmed up.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, I want the sun would come up and heat us up, like. That's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, before you were filming, I was saying my training partner, Lil Caress,
Yeah.
is absolutely gutted to not be here, and he wanted me to say that he's arguably one of the biggest fans. He's got the subscription and the notifications on. Gets all of them on his phone when the new videos pop up.
I'm on it. Yeah, that's very cool to hear.
Yeah,
Next time, we'll get him on. I'd love to have him on the next video, so I'll definitely endeavour to come back and capture another workout
Yeah.
for you guys. So,
he's really interesting.
yeah,
He gets all his training philosophy kind of gets some help from Alan's story, but also kind of learns a lot, works out a lot himself, researches a lot, and really disciplined.
he recently ran maybe not recently, the quick 10k.
Yeah.
When was that?
So in the British Championships in the summer,
Right.
the Olympic trials, he ran
Pretty recently, yeah.
27:53 in June,
7:53.
and he's in good shape. So he's going to do some good things in the new year.
So where is he today?
He's in a 3k indoors,
Oh yeah, that's right.
but well, he did a double session day on Tuesday and Thursday, so I still expect him to break 8.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah, no fireworks.
are we close to the
Yeah,
12 mark? I just want to wrap up
Pretty
there.
much there.
about half a mile to go. So
Yeah, thanks for letting me come and join you guys.
yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to the very end of the workout because I have to get to Laura, but yeah, it's good fun. Hopefully do this again.
Definitely
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
pass by quicker anyway.
Yeah, and like, sorry, it's not like a flashy, nice interval session. or
No, it's all good.
Really like a hard long run, but
Yep, people can track your lead into Valencia
yeah,
on Strava, and yeah, we'll come back and do maybe an interval session or a tempo session at some point in 2022.
yeah,
Cool.
good.